Matt, it's another point on the board. Your thoughts on that one against Sutton, please?
Yeah. I think it took us a little bit to get into the game. I think the first half especially, we looked like we'd had a couple of weeks off in terms of game time. So that's what it felt like watching it. First half, we get in front. I just didn't feel like we got our strikers into the game anywhere near enough. I think their backline were really the pace of Douglas and Mo. They didn't really want any of it. I felt, but we didn't use them enough. Kind of in the build up to the goal, that was evident. We kind of made an extra couple of passes, then stayed on the ball for too long. When I think in the game it was just cried out for getting into our strikers and playing off them, and so that was what that frustrated me, if I'm honest. So that was, but then I think, and I look at it, and I think it looked to me that we're refinding ourselves again. Like momentum in football is a really funny thing, and clearly we'd had a couple of weeks off with it. So our second half, as I say, I thought we came out and really took the game to it in many aspects. Could have got the goal. I think Mo has a great chance, but delighted that we're creating in that. It just probably wasn't. We huffed and puffed in the day, and credit to Sutton. I watched them on Tuesday night, and they kind of did exactly the same to Mansfield in the game. Stifled the life out of the second half and made it a really and did the horrible, ugly things really, really well, I think. I think that's what they did, similar to what they did on Tuesday night. So we just unfortunately couldn't unlock the game, which I think would have then opened things up a bit. But certainly, for me, it was just good to get back out there. As we know, it's been a month since we've played at home, which is crazy in this league to go a month without playing in front of your home fans. So it was great to be back out there in front of them. And then the key for us now is we're back into it now. February is a hell of a month. One to really look forward to, and let's grasp that momentum again.
The opening goal, a real special one for Donovan. His first here at the Poundland Bescott Stadium, and it's a fine strike from him, and that shows the confidence in him as a player at the moment, that he's got the willingness to go and want to do that.
Yeah, and we want him to do that. You could tell it was his first goal by the celebration. Jeez, yeah, he needs to work on that, I tell you. We'll do some work on training on that this week. But listen, Donovan and the little bit of play between him and Jack, and that, funnily enough, came from a bit of an interplay between, I think it was Tom, it might have been Douglas and Mo, or Tom and Mo, and we got our strikers into the game, and then a bit of a switch of play. So, delighted for Donovan. He's a captain, fantastic, isn't he? He's been unbelievable all season, and he will continue to be that, especially in the role he's played now. So delighted for him to get on the score sheet. But I'm just frustrated for us that it didn't turn into a victory, which I think it could have. It was one of those days where it just didn't completely click, is probably what I'd best sum it up as. And it looked like there was maybe a few new relationships, a couple of new players that we brought in, and that time off just aided to the fact that, and Sutton, the way that they played and their desperation they're fighting for their lives down there. We have to respect that. And it just didn't click today. But for me, it was great to get back out there. It's an important week ahead of learning, refocusing, and getting going again. But it was good to get back in front of the home fans. It was good to see some of those debuts, or re-debuts in Josh's sense, for the team. And we dust ourselves down, and we didn't lose the game. They say if you can't win it, certainly don't lose it. And that final bit just wasn't there today to win the game. But again, we go into the next one now.
In the grand scheme of things, on a David Cagwig picks up man of the match from the sponsors, Brandon Comley again showing exactly why he's in the team, because of the dirty work that he does, and he does it so well that sometimes it can go unnoticed, and it was the same again today.
Yeah, I mean, firstly, I thought Dave was great. I thought Dave was brilliant today, really, really good. But Combs, that booking at the end is ridiculous. I don't get that. There was too many of those stupid little decisions that were made during the game, which then, again, slowed the momentum of the game. And it really, really did halt that, and it just felt like the control of the game slightly had gone away from the official on the day. But listen, I thought Combs in the main was great, doing all the stuff that we knows that he does, and he has to do for the team, and he willingly does it and continues to do it. So he's such an important cog for us. I thought he did great again. And again, I think it was we saw Owen back into the team again. And I thought, listen, you could see a bit of ring rust in terms of his on the ball play, you know, the one where the lad nearly dips in. But I thought some of the crosses that he caught today were, you know, he was a real aid to us against a big, strong, powerful team like they are. Set plays are always going to be a thing, and I thought he came and claimed some fantastic ones for us. So, listen, there's loads of stuff to be positive about. There's loads of kind of side stories, but I think ultimately we just didn't quite do enough on the day to win the game. Reasons for that, we've been back out there again now, and we look forward to dusting ourselves down and going again next week.
On a final note from me, we're into the final week of the transfer window. It shuts on Thursday. You've done a bit of business so far in the window. Will you be looking to any further additions, or is this you happy with what you've brought in?
I'm very, very happy with what I've brought in, that's for certain, and I'm certainly not going out there desperate for anything, which is a nice position to be in. If we feel there's something that we can do to strengthen them, we'll look, but I'm certainly not rushing out there to do anything quickly.